To the team, LP has been like the sunshine kind of, and she always comes every day with a bright attitude and high energy, and I really wish that I could have her attitude because she just attacks everything that she does with a smile on her face.
Liv is the perfect teammate just because she is so goofy and she always has a smile on her face, and she can make you feel amazing about yourself even when you really don't want to.
To me, LP is someone that I can always go to talk about anything, and she has always made me feel very welcome and not made me feel like a freshman on the team.
Liv is the hype man on the field. She always makes you feel better even when you're down, and she's always smiling and pumping you up.
Liv is my freshman year. I was the only person in the whole entire dorm because I came a week early, and Liv was driving back, about to move into her house, and there was a tornado warning that went off and I didn't know what to do, so I texted in the group chat, extremely nervous, and I said, "What's going on?" And the second I sent that, Liv called me and came and picked me up.
My favorite memory of LP is when we went to the cross-country meet and we got Chick-fil-A and we got to cheer on the cross-country team.
We did What Are the Odds to make her eat a gummy bear that was sitting on the turf. It looked like it had been sitting there for about a year.
Did she eat it?
Yeah, she ate it.
Max is the perfect example of a consistently hard worker. She really inspires people every day to just come out there with 100% effort and really leads by example.
She's a very vocal leader. She brings a great energy to games and practices and never gives less than 100%.
Is a really great leader on and off the field and someone who a lot of people look up to. She's a great role model for underclassmen, and she's very dedicated to the program. She's one of the hardest working people I know, and I love her.
Okay.
Your energy and your hustle that you bring to the team and practice and games and literally all of the above, like warm-ups, anything, I know that you can lift me up and everyone else no matter what, and I think that's amazing.
Carolina is always someone who can get me out of my own head. She always pulls me aside when I get frustrated over simple mistakes, and she just talks me out of it, talks me through what I can do to fix it.
Either when Tex and Kelly were singing Shallow on the bus in that one state because it sounded really good, or when she wore the leggings to practice under her shorts.
Is seeing her up in the biology labs on the second floor of Kinchy, and one time I walked by, this was literally last week, but I walked by and she sneezed really loud, and then I peeped in the classroom because it was like a really aggressive sneeze, and I noticed that it was Tex, so I knocked on the door and we had a little chit chat.
So my favorite memory of Carolina is every time she's on the field, whether it's practice, games, or even in lifts, she raises everyone's energy, and it's something everyone strives for.
Like explain it a little
Just
more.
explain it to me. Just
Okay, so
yeah.
we show up to practice. It's like a little chilly, but actually it ended up being very hot. So everyone had sweatpants on at the beginning, and then everyone took them off, and Tex took her sweatpants off, and she had leggings on underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then she was still hot because she wore the leggings instead of just wearing the sweatpants.
That was a good one.
Corbett!
Sorry, I'm reading off my phone, but I just wanted to say what a wonderful 3 years it's been with you, and to have you a part of this team is a great experience that everyone will always remember. Ever since you stepped foot on this field, you're a force to be reckoned with, and I'm sad to see you go, but I can't wait to see where life takes you in these next couple of years.
She's the backbone for all friends. She kind of gets that person that you can go to for anything. She's kind of there for me most of the time. She's kind of my person. So I think like Carly and I have that close relationship, and I know that a bunch of other people use her too for.
She is hardworking, tough, and super helpful. She's a great friend. Whenever you need her, she's there for you. I have always looked up to her because she is also a midfielder, but she is an upperclassman and a good person, not just a really great lacrosse player. So she's helped me on the field and also off.
Carly's someone that we all lean on and look towards as a leader. I know for me personally, I reached out to Carly at the beginning of this fall ball this season and kind of just asked her to be my go-to person to pick me up when I'm down and to just pipe me up when I need it. And I think since then, she's texted me every week, just seeing how my week's going and seeing if I need anything. And I really appreciate that, and I think that just goes to show what kind of heart she has.
Taught me who I want to strive to be. She has so much heart, so much dedication. I know that if I ever want to like practice lacrosse, like she's there. Like one time I texted her, I was like, hey, like, can I play some lacrosse? And she's like, yeah, I need the balls, I'll bring them right now. I'm like, okay.
So Carly and I have a little bit of a weird relationship. We're always pretty sarcastic towards each other, and obviously it's all out of love, but I think that's what I'm going to miss most, just our stare downs from across the field and just our little witty comments to each other.
My favorite memory with you, Carva, is when I went up to your house freshman year for a hangout, and I asked for your contact information and you put your name in my phone as Darlie. So every time I go into my phone, I can never find your contact information until one day I came across it as Darlie, and I just kept it that way ever since.
Memory. My favorite memory of Carly is, I mean, like this past summer, she kind of lived with me all summer and we had to become close, and I kind of view Carly as like a sister now. So I think like this past summer is just like building that relationship that we have today.
Okay. My favorite memory with Carly was actually just a few weeks ago at the McKendree game. Right at the beginning, they scored, and it was just kind of bad flashbacks of what we went through last year, but Carly didn't let that bother her, and she came down the field fast and scored, and she turned around and she was kind of like silent for a second, and then I just kind of jumped in her arms. We were really hyped, and it was a good memory. There was one bus trip when all the seniors invited me in the back of the bus, and I remember really bonding with Carly and laughing for literally hours. It's a great time.
Great role model for the team, I think. She has an amazing work ethic, and you always see her staying after practice to get extra shots in or help people with clears and whatnot. And she also gives great advice if it's on the field or in regards to like school or work life.
Okay, so Maddie is like a really big leader on the team, especially for me. I feel like I can always look to her when I'm feeling down. She really makes me laugh, and I don't know, she just like she gives us good direction on defense.
Maddie's work ethic and determination to succeed on and off the field has always been admirable, and she is someone I could count on when I needed to put in extra work, whether it was staying after practice or going early.
Positive attitude to practice, to games, to any time we're all together. She's a very vocal leader who always wants everyone around her to get better and constantly pushes herself to get better. So I don't have a specific memory with Maddie because we've had so many like awesome ones. I just think my favorite memories with her are when we talk about things that we have in common, which are a lot of things. Game of Thrones, just a lot more than that. But I think our most impactful conversations that we've had are about how both of us in the future want to help people, and I think that she's in a perfect opportunity to do a lot for people, even if she doesn't think that she can, because she's just an awesome person who has a lot to give in this world.
My favorite memory of Maddie is when we stayed together in Colorado. We just talked a lot about like things that we really like agree on, I guess. Like we talked about politics a lot, which was good. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, and from then I just felt like we got a lot closer, and now she makes me laugh so much whenever I like look at her. Like anything she says makes me laugh. So.
My favorite memory with Maddie is having introduction to business with her and freshman Maggie Hammer with our favorite professor Doyle Hayes, and our sharing our love for Cleveland sports together, and of course her always including me in the goalie squad.
My favorite memory of Maddie is when we went to Canada over the summer and all of us decided to wear matching travel outfits for some reason, and we went to the border control people. They asked us if we were here for a tournament, and we had to awkwardly tell them that we just decided to do that on our own.
A very inspirational person. She's someone who cares a lot about other people. She's someone that I can always go to and talk to if I need help. Kelly is someone who has taught me a lot about self-love and to do a lot more of the things that I enjoy in life. On the field, she has had a great work ethic from freshman year to now to lead her to the player that she is. And she's a type of leader that doesn't have to say much, and she just does what she has to, and people follow in her steps.
I think it's clear how Kelly impacts the team because you can see in the way she plays that she's very selfless. She always tries to put other people first. She's just a really good person to lean on.
Kelly is a great teammate on and off the field. She always cares about how everyone else is feeling, and she's a great role model on attack, especially for me because I've learned so much from her, and I'm really appreciative of all that she's taught me.
What Kelly brings to the team is a very welcoming and supporting personality. She's always there for us. She would do anything for any athlete on Grand Valley's campus, and I think she's very involved in the athletic community. She does Lakers Listen. She always has her ears open for anyone who needs to talk, and whether it's in practice or outside of practice, she's always there for us, and we really appreciate her.
My favorite memory of Kel is on spring break when we all couldn't fall asleep before bed, and we were just thinking about all the scenarios of Jess wearing a fedora sewn onto her head, especially walking past the library in a pinstripe suit and her fedora falling off.
My favorite memories of Kelly is probably one of the first times I ever heard her sing. It was her and Carolina. They sang Tennessee Whiskey, and it gave me the chills. It was so good, so fun to watch.
My favorite memory with Kelly has to be going to Morgan Wallen this past Christmas break. I really enjoyed sharing our love of country music together, and we went super early so we got front row, and it was one of the best experiences ever. And another one of my favorite memories that's been built up over time is going to all the great coffee shops together downtown, and yeah, it's been a great time with you, Kel.
Okay, my favorite memory of Kelly is when she took me and all of the other freshmen to Slow's barbecue at the beginning of the year. It was really good and she was really nice. It was just a really good time.
Thank you seniors for always bringing the light and positivity to practice, and also for taking the time to build close relationships with us freshmen. It really meant a lot to us.
To the seniors, thank you for showing us what it means to be a true leader. I hope we can make you proud next year.
To the seniors, with all the things that our team's been through the past few years, thank you for always being there and leading us through it.
Thank you, seniors, for being the best teammates and friends we could ask for. We'll miss you.
I think that Carolina to this I'm sorry, can I start again? There was a person running and I got distracted.
That all of us as a team can lean, okay. I can't freaking speak.
Do you want to take a break?
I haven't started.
Maddie's Bertha.
It's hard.
Hey Texas. Liv is the definition of a perfect teammate.
Especially Carly really well. Go.
You beat that thing. Okay,
Sorry, that was bad. I need to formulate my words better. How do you say she's a really hard worker?
She's a hard worker.
Okay.
Liv is the ideal teammate for any person to have, especially on the Grand Valley State Balloons across the
Okay, time out.
Okay, go.
Maddie's worth that. Oh my god!